Miss LeToya Luckett, thank you so much for being here today. We are so excited to have you.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so you are performing for
Yes.
the Juneteenth in the Rock 2024 Street Festival. How does it feel?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's an honor, actually. I haven't spent a lot of time in Little Rock, but every time I do come, and I'm sure I came as a part of Destiny's Child, and I think I toured here, had a tour date here as a solo
my
artist. So, but
goodness.
every time I've come, it's been nothing but love.
Oh
so.
my goodness. Now you are born and raised in Houston,
Texas.
H-Town.
All day.
And so you are not too far from the birthplace of Juneteenth, Galveston, Texas. So that should add a little oomph and zest to your performance, I'm sure.
It does.
Talk about, performing in a Juneteenth event, and you were born and raised in a place that's not too far from the Juneteenth birthplace.
I mean, literally right around the corner, 45 minutes. I think, like I said, it's an honor. I hope my ancestors are proud.
Yeah.
I feel them strongly this weekend. But anytime I get called to do anything on Juneteenth, I've hosted shows, TV shows, live performances. Actually, no, wait, hold on, take that back. This is probably my first time doing a live performance.
Oh, okay.
I've done television recorded performances,
Yes.
pre-tapes and stuff like that, but this will be my first time actually engaging with an audience like live and in person. So this is exciting.
Oh, we are excited to have you as well. And we will talk about your illustrious career as a Grammy Award winner, platinum-selling artist.
Appreciate that.
But we're going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
And I think I read somewhere that you got your start singing in the church.
Sure did. Brentwood Baptist. Right around the corner from my house. Well, my father was a minister, and we were very, very, very heavy in the church. So, I mean, from Bible study to Girl Scouts, everything was church. And I loved it. You know, you had your church friends. We all grew up together, and you get it's not perks.
Yeah.
But when your father's a minister at the church, it's like you get to see the behind the scenes.
I'm a PK too.
You're a PK, so you already know. And so I think that played a huge part in, the woman that I am today and my relationship with God. And just kind of like being in that environment. And also getting my start there was a confidence that I had that I'm now, again, trying to find. But I just remember when I would lead the children's choir, when we would go and sing at other churches, like I was almost begging or excited to be out in the front and just giving God all the glory and singing these songs from my heart. And I don't think I really understood at the time the honor it was to even be chosen to lead at that young of an age. But I definitely will say that getting my start in the church and really singing my first solo in the church, definitely.
That's your foundation.
Yeah, and it's a strong one.
Okay, and from there, you went into the group Girls Time, and I think I read that you got into the group because a certain someone was sitting in your seats.
That's true. At school.
Talk a little bit about that and a certain someone and how you came to be in the group, and then we will segue to your solo career.
Yeah, I went to St. James Episcopal, and I've been at St. James since I was 3 or 4 years old, so pre-K 3. And it was one of those schools that was, first of all about the arts, performing arts school, but it was like a family. So everybody knew each other. And when this new face walked into the classroom, I was like, oh, she's new.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and I ended up coming into the classroom, and she was sitting in my assigned preferred seat, and that person just so happened to be Beyonce. And I was very taken aback by her beauty, and then later on finding out that she had basically the voice of an angel, as we all know now. And we ended up sharing our commonalities, which was anything to do with music. And from there, she asked me to audition for her father to be a part of what was then Girls Time and then turned into something fresh. So when I joined, it actually transitioned from Girls Time to something fresh. So yeah, that's where it all began for me.
And it's just been a complete roller coaster
Whirlwind.
ride, a whole
What?
world tour.
No seatbelts.
You have gone from Girls' Time to Destiny's Child, just peak success with so many hits. And then you decided to kind of break off and start your solo career, which is
that wasn't my decision. But when the decision was made, I had to figure out what was next. And obviously, God had something wonderful in store that even I wasn't ready for, which was a solo career. And that was something that was kind of in the back of my mind. I didn't really see it for myself at all. You know, I'd grown to be such a team player in a group environment, and I felt like going solo was scary. That was like, not for me. Yeah. And once I got in the studio and became comfortable in the booth, and I was like, okay, maybe I can record songs by myself, but it was kind of weird just hearing me and being the lead, because I just knew how to play my role in DC, which was the soprano, of the group. So now,
a great soprano at that.
Oh, thank you. So now I'll be doing all the parts. I was like, okay, well, this is different, and it took off. Yeah, it took off, and I'm so glad that things turned out the way that they did. Yeah.
Now, I remember when you left Destiny's Child, you started your solo career. So many people were saying so many different things, but to see the success of Torn, to see the success of Not Anymore, and all those hit songs that we love.
Thank you.
I mean, it really was stepping out on faith, and now you were kind of walking in your favor, just really at the peak.
It was scary. Like I said before, it was definitely me taking a leap. And I always talk about it when asked the question, like, how did it feel to be out there by yourself? Would you do it all again? And I'm like, I absolutely would. Even though I did it afraid at the time, I really learned a life lesson of getting out of my own way. Yes. Because had I listened to the little voice in my head that says, you're not ready for this, or this is scary, or, allowing that fear to really take control, I would have kept myself from what I feel is God's best. Yeah. And I say it all the time, like, you gotta just really get out of the way. Matter of fact, since we have t-shirts and hoodies made, I have a new t-shirt line and sweatshirt line called Put Me in the Trunk.
Love it.
And it's based off of something that I said in an interview with Terrell, where I said, not only do I allow God to take the wheel, but put me in the trunk. I don't even want to see where we're going. I just, I know that I will probably discourage myself or talk myself out of it if I see what's ahead sometimes. Sometimes it's good to just get off in the trunk of that thing and let him go full speed ahead and get out of our own way. So those are available if you go on my Instagram at LeToya Luckett. Click the link in the bio and shop away. But yes, I did it afraid, and I'm so glad that things turned out in my favor. Yeah,
and it really just does seem that way. And I've been following your career for some time. I think the first movie I actually saw you in was Preacher's Kid.
Because it was the first movie I ever did.
I remember it was such a big deal. BET was promoting it, and they were like, LeToya Luckett is going to be here. She's going to be, this is her first time in a film. And I remember watching that. And since then, you have been in hit shows, from Preacher's Kid to Greenleaf to Power. And I love you sitting here today, but your characters.
They be problems. They got problems. I don't know what's going on with them ladies.
Tell me a little bit about, some of those projects that you have worked on and what is coming potentially down the pipeline.
Oh, man, it has been a joy. It has been a joy. Once again, did something afraid. I'd never done any acting before Preacher's Kid. Didn't know how to read a script, break down, none of that stuff. And that was the first audition that I actually went out on, and I got casted as in another role, but ended up becoming the lead at the last minute, and that was very afraid because not only had I never done any acting, but now you're asking me to carry a movie as a lead. I was like, wait, what? And so little old me. So when that happened and the acting bug kind of bit me, I said, wait a minute, I like this a little too much, and kept going with it. And I feel like God has been intentional about allowing me to, you know, be a part of the projects that I've been a part of and to play the roles that I've been able to play. All of my characters, all very complex and all over the place, they have helped to honestly mold me. A lot of my characters have been very confident. They've been women empowered.
For sure.
And it's helped me find my power. And made me more confident as a woman and now as a mother. And I just, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I got to tell their stories. Rochelle Cross, very, very complicated from Greenlee. But, you know, she was very intentional.
Yeah.
Very devious, but very intentional and very confident and about family. But she was down to business, and she was gonna make things happen, no matter what, and no matter who it hurt. I'm not that way at all.
It doesn't seem like
I'm
you
carrying
are anywhere close to Rochelle.
Completely different. But she had her motives. But you know, I loved her confidence, and I love that she never took no for an answer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have been super blessed and honored to play the characters that I've played. As a matter of fact, I have another movie coming out August 3rd called "I Thought My Husband's Wife Was Dead."
Oh.
Did I say that right?
Sounds
I thought
interesting.
it is very interesting. Yes, but it'll be on Lifetime. It's a Lifetime project. And this role is completely different than any role you've ever seen me play. And you want to talk about complex, you want to talk about gut-wrenching, and it gives you all the feels. I mean, from comedy to mystery to thriller to blood gushing, it's a lot. It was a fun character to play, and I really hope you guys tune in to Lifetime, August 3rd. I have to say this long title again. I Thought My Husband's Wife Was Dead. But it's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm proud of this one.
Well, so you are a woman who wears many hats. You act.
Yeah.
You sing.
Yeah.
You host.
Yes. Oh, by the way, check out Black Music Honors. You can actually don't choke. You can actually check out your local listings. It's definitely going to be playing here in Little Rock. But Black Music Honors, we celebrate the culture every single year. It's myself hosting and also D-Ray. So many great performances. We'll be honoring Johnny Gill. We'll be honoring, oh gosh, who are we honoring? We're honoring everyone. But
everyone,
make
they
sure,
deserve it,
yeah, make sure, so many great live performances, but it's going to be a time, and it starts today. Matter of fact, it starts on the 15th, and just like I said, check your local listings to find out air dates, but you will not be disappointed.
Perfect. And we're wrapping up here, but I believe, I want to get back to the music. You do so many things, though. You act, you sing, you host, you are a mom.
Yeah.
You just do it all. You do it with so much grace.
Oh,
and so
thank you.
Poise.
Thank you.
But your last album, which I loved, I believe came out in 2017.
It was 2017? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yep.
And it's been some time, but you have so many fans, so many people who love your music.
Thank you.
Can we expect anything soon?
Oh, man. I will definitely, I'm trying to get back in the booth. It's every time that I carve out sometimes, something happens, whether it's something with the kids or, a new project comes up, a hosting gig or maybe, starting a new film. But I keep getting asked that question, so I kind of feel like,
oh, we want that music, girl.
Y'all are definitely on my neck about it. So
we want it.
I feel it. I feel the heat on the back of my neck about getting back in that booth. So it will happen. I can't say when, because I know y'all get mad if I break promises. So I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna try to say when, but it will be coming soon. But for now, August 3rd, Lifetime. I Thought My Husband's Wife Was Dead.
And any artists or producers, especially on that first album, because I love producers, I love music, and on that first album, your ear was to the ground on what was popping at the time.
Oh, thank you.
So you worked with like Scott Storch and all like hit producers back then. Hypothetically, if said album should be coming soon, are there any artists or producers that you're like, I really want to get in the booth with them?
You know what? There was one, and I'm so proud of him. He's done such great work since the last time we worked together. He's worked on her. He's worked on Victoria Monet. And that's shout out to D-Mile. I want to get back in the studio with D-Mile. We did this record from my last album. It's the first actual song on the album called I'm Ready. And it had this groove to it. And I feel like if I go back in the studio, I want to pick up where I left off with that. So I would love to work with D-Mile. Of course, Dave Young, who has wrote everything from Torn on down, been on every album. And there's so many other great new producers that I haven't had the opportunity to work with, and I'm loving what I'm hearing. Yeah. So we'll see. And so it seems like in a world of acting, singing, performing, it really seems like you are back to life, trying to get back to LeToya. Always. And so how does LeToya stay centered in a world that is constantly moving, so many events, so many things? How do you stay centered? It's wild out here. Yeah. It's wild. Life is wild. I definitely I ground myself with prayer. Praise and worship music playing. If I'm not playing praise and worship music, I'm playing spa music. Yeah. So I literally walk around with my spa music playing on my phone. Those two will do it. Yeah, I go to sleep with it. And R&B, obviously. So I do things that bring me joy and give me my peace. And even if it's taking a moment, which is very hard when you have a toddler and a 5-year-old, finding that time to just get alone and be still and be quiet and recenter. Even if it's just sitting in the middle of my floor, Indian style, and breathing. I feel like you don't always just have to go nowhere to recenter. But when I do, I decide to go to Arizona, Sedona, Arizona. Oh, I love Sedona. Oh man, if I wasn't here right now about to do this Juneteenth performance for y'all, I promise I would be in Arizona. Yeah. But I love going to Sedona. I love praying up in the mountains, the red clay mountains, and just like doing my hikes. And that's what keeps me centered. That's what keeps me kind of in touch. Yeah. And that's where I find my peace. But nowadays it's kind of hard, child. Yeah. It's wild out here. Go-Go, I believe that's my mom, yeah. Go-Go, is she watching the kids? They are actually in Dallas right now, okay. So they are enjoying time. But I can't wait till they get back, and I get to see them on Monday. Okay. Yeah, they're doing Father's Day stuff right now, but we're matter of fact, we're heading somewhere very, very special that they're going to be super excited about next week. So they're going to have their fun. Yeah. At the land. Perfect. At the land. So yeah. Only got 2 more questions, and I'm going to let you go. Okay. You have had such a great career. Thank you. 2-time Grammy Award winner. Platinum selling artist. Are there any moments in your career that you wish you could relive? One more time. Relive in a good way and a bad way. I would say because I did it afraid, I'm still human. So when the fear was in the forefront, because it was very much so, especially when it came to performing live during my first album, there was so many opportunities that I turned down because I felt I wasn't ready. And I was afraid to get out there and do it alone. And I wish that I could go back as the woman that I am now, with the confidence that I have now, with knowing who I am now, and get those opportunities again to share my gift. I think that album would have gone a lot further. I think that, and I'm not saying I ain't hold my own, when it was out, I did. But I feel I have more, I know my voice, I have self-awareness, I have, it's just so many other things that I've learned over the years. And they were life lessons, they were career lessons, and I would take those things and relive that time again. Perfect. And now, I have one more final question to ask you. Yikes. I don't know if you will be able to answer said question, but you were a part of the amazing group, Destiny's Child. Yeah. The streets and the people. It's wild. Oh man, the streets. This is not me asking. This is, the viewers. She said, "Don't kill the messenger." The viewers, because she's definitely asking. Yes. If it became a proposition, or to have Destiny's Child have a reunion with all members of Destiny's Child,
How would you feel about that, and would you love to be a part of it?
Absolutely. I am and was, if that even makes sense, to be a part of such a phenomenon, and to be able to share the stage with such gifted, talented, beautiful women again, and sing the no no nos and the bills 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 and the say my names again for y'all. It would bring me joy. I don't know how.
Yes.
It would take the Lord.
Yeah.
To schedule wise.
Yeah.
Because folks is busy, and you know there's it's iconic energy in when that comes together.
Yes.
It's a thing. So if somebody asks me, oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, what? Come on.
Yeah.
I think it's important. We're moms now.
Yes.
Wives, you know, it's important. I think it would be beautiful for our kids to even see us in that space. You know,
We've grown so much.
Yeah, man, come on. We're in our 40s now.
Yes.
Yeah, we were 16, 14. We were babies. And, you know, it's it's kind of funny. My daughter, she sings my solo stuff now. So she'll sing Torn, she'll sing Regret. Not anymore is her jam. But she's starting to put together there was something. She doesn't know the songs yet, but the other day she asked me, and this is hilarious. Her new favorite song is Beyonce's This Ain't Texas. What is it? Hold'em, Texas Hold'em. The Hold'em song. Child, what's the name of that song?
Texas Hold'em.
Isn't it Texas Hold'em?
I believe it is.
It's a hit. Whatever it is, it's a hit. And that's her and my son's favorite song now. But she'll say, put Mommy's song on. And I'm like, how does she know to the association? How does she? Because I have never said, and she probably wouldn't even put together, or it wouldn't come together in her little mind that we were in a group together. But she associates me with Beyonce. And I'm like, that's not Mommy, but Mama knows her.
Yes.
But she'll be like, Mommy, turn Mommy's song on. That ain't Mama's song. I know her well, but that ain't Mama's song. But she's a huge fan. They are both huge fans of Beyonce. My son will call and play Beyonce's Essentials on his little iPad. I say, okay, we've got a fan. But they're starting to pick up, like, I think my mama different.
Yeah. She might just be famous.
I think my mama a little different, but I can't wait to, play more of, the Destiny's Child stuff, Bills. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't played No 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 for my daughter or my son, because it's such a catchy hook.
Oh my
I don't know. When I go home this week.
And the original version.
I'm going to play No 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 for them, because they have no idea. And I think it's my way of protecting them, but I have not told them that I'm a part of Destiny's Child. No.
Well, you know what? When the time comes, because we're speaking into existence, when the time comes and you get that call, we are hoping that it's not a no.
Right.
But a yes. Okay.
Well, look at that. Look, I see what you did there. I see, you're good. I see what you did there.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And we are so excited to see you perform.
I'm excited to perform for y'all.
Thank you.